Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to wherever in the world you are joining us for this occasion. On behalf of Sumona Institute, I, Purnima Medasani, would like to extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of you for joining us today. The Sumona team has worked day and night for months to get here, and I am so pleased and happy that this project is finally coming into the light. We often talk about physical health as something everyone needs, and mental health is no different. Sumona exists because we believe everyone deserves that support without any barriers. Before we get into the heart of today's program, I would like to invite Dr. Sani, the founder and CEO of Sumona, to take us through a very short presentation that sets the stage for everything you're about to see and hear today. Dr. Sani, please.
Greetings from Sumona Institute of Behavioral Sciences. I'm very happy today. First of all, today is a very auspicious day. We celebrate Ram Navami, which is being considered as the birth of Lord Rama, the seventh avatar of Vishnu. So, making this victory of virtues, which we call it a dharma, over evil, which is adharma. So I just want to take you to the journey how and why we started this Sumona Institute. After working many years with Government of India, then in the private sector, to cut the story short, the last when I got retired from OPG in the Global University, I was very keen to start an institute where I can help people, those who are in need. So why? I just want to give you a small presentation that what inspired me to start this. Today, as of now, we are 8.43 billion people. There are various researches and statistics which talks about 1 billion plus people on this earth are living with mental health challenges. This figure in certain studies goes to 1.3 billion people as well. That means there are approximately 15 to 22% of the total population is suffering from mental health crisis. Now, 50% of all these mental health conditions, it begins very early. It begins before the age of 14. So this is the World Health Organization, which talks about that most of the cases go undetected for years. That means we need to take uh, entire focus onto the adolescent age. We need to talk about parenting. We need to talk about the effect of peers and so on, because 50% total mental health crisis happens before the age of 14. Now, this is another interesting study by World Health Organization, which says 1 in 7 adolescents worldwide are living with mental health challenge. So this makes total roughly 170 million adolescents are suffering with mental health crisis. Now, this is an interesting fact. With the low income countries, 90% people are not able to receive any care on mental health. And in 72% middle income countries are getting no care. So, what I'm trying to tell you, in India, because we come in a low income country, so 9 out of 10 are not able to receive any mental health care. So this inspired us. This motivates us that we should do something where if we can help people in need. Now, this is roughly a 7-year-old study by Lancet, which says that by 2030, the expenditure per year will be $16 trillion. Although this is not a direct cost, because direct and indirect cost includes the lost productivity, disability, early exit from work. We have seen the people who are suffering with depression, absenteeism also causes a lot of loss of productivity. But there is a direct cost, which is 32%, which comes out to be roughly $5 to $6 trillion, which is to be spent all over the world in 1 year. Now, this is what basically, we thought that we should start something now which can cater to millions. Now, the interesting thing is, on an average person waits 10 years between the moment something feels wrong and the moment they reach out. This could be because of many reasons. This could be a stigma, this could be affordability, this could be accessibility, this could be a fear of judgment, and so on. On an average, 10 years. That's why we thought that if to avoid stigma, affordability, accessibility, if Sumona Mental Health app can help them. Now, what we do, what our institute does, we have established a small laboratory also, which we call it psychophysiological. We do a lot of psychodiagnostics tests like electrodermal activities, we have electroencephalography, electromyography, but we do every research and every work related to the brain waves. And we have various psychophysiological tests. We try to see if there is a great coordination or a synergy between the mind and the body. We have also certain therapies which we use various machines to help the people who are needing any support from us. So this is situated or located very close to Apollo Hospital in the DLF building in Delhi. Now, almost it is 8 months we have started this mental health app. So what we did that initially we have just worked and prepared a mental health app where the entire psychodiagnostic, not only psychological but mostly psychophysiological, which is absolutely free. People can take this test and they can diagnose that, and to certain extent they will get a report, and finally lifestyle recommendations as well. So what the 12, not the disorders but major dysfunction, I would say, is on anxiety, depression, obsessive compulsive disorders. Then we have a relationship challenges, then substance abuse, ODD, conduct disorders, gender identity issues, sleep disorders, and screen addiction right now. And we are preparing and getting ready for another 12 disorders, talking about psychosexual well-being, neurodevelopmental challenges, and learning difficulties. We are also preparing a sports psychology mental health app which can enhance performance of sports person. I'm pretty sure that the language is simple, people can understand. It is in English language, and we would like to have a various contracts with all over the world with various NGOs so that people can use this Sumona mental health app. Our main thing, our main focus, our tagline is science. We are purely doing scientific evaluation, which is high on objectivity. We deal with compassion, and we are accessible. Thank you very much for everyone to come today to grace this occasion. And I'm really grateful to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sani. I hope that gave everyone a clear sense of where this all began. And now I would love for everyone to finally see Sumona in action. Ms. Chehak Jindal, associate at Sumona, has put together a short walkthrough that takes you through the experience step by step, so you know exactly what to expect when you download our app. Please, let's watch. Every time I watch this video, it reminds me of just how much of hard work went into building Sumona. And now let's move to what I think is the most exciting part of today. We have an absolute galaxy of distinguished and accomplished guests with us, and I am so honored that each and every one of them chose to be here for a noble cause. Our first guest barely has a minute to spare, so the fact that he is here with us today means everything to us. We are so honored to have with us the Secretary of Higher Education for the state of Maryland and head of the Maryland Higher Education Commission, Dr. Sanjay Rai. Dr. Rai, we're so glad that you're here. Please, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you, Purnima. Thank you, Dr. Sahani. Certainly a great day, a very, very auspicious day. I want to add my congratulations to Sumona App on reaching this really meaningful milestone today. As you just heard, mental health is something that touches all of us. And yet, for too often, people hesitate to seek help either because of stigma or lack of access, and creating something that makes it easier for individuals to reach out earlier and without barriers is not just innovation. I believe it is service to humanity. I deeply appreciate the thought, care, and commitment that has gone into building this platform. Efforts like this truly make a difference in people's life, often in ways we may not ever fully see or realize. My warmest congratulations to Dr. Sahani, to Sumana, and to everyone who has been part of this journey, who has been part of this innovation. I wish all of you continued success and lasting positive impact. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rai. We're truly grateful for your presence today. With us now is the trustee of Rotary International, also past International Rotary Director and Governor, Dr. Bharat Pandya. He led his Rotary district to become the single largest contributor to the Rotary Foundation worldwide in 1 year. Sir, we're truly honored to have you here. Please share your thoughts.
Thank you, Purnimaji. And in medicine, we have a saying, mens sana in corpora sano. That means a sound mind in a sound body. Both are intricately linked. If the mind is sound, the body can be sound. If the body is sound, then only the mind can be sound. But as Dr. Sani pointed out, mental health is a huge challenge. I will not say it's a problem, but it's a huge challenge for many. 1 in 7 of our population has mental health issues and challenges. And especially in our part of the world, in India, we tend to sweep it under the carpet because there is a huge stigma associated with mental health. And it is here that this app will be most useful. My heartiest congratulations to Dr. Sahani and the Sumona team for coming out with what is a very well made, from what I saw about the app presentation, it's a very well made, a very meaningful, and I'm sure that it is going to be a great help to people with mental health issues. Not only congratulations, but I would like to take this a step further, that on behalf of Rotary International, Dr. Sani, I can offer you that we can help you to popularize and spread information about this health, not just to Rotary clubs in India, and we have a pan-India presence, but probably in the next step, we can also help to popularize this health across the world. I'm sure Dr. Subramaniam, and thank you, Dr. Subramaniam, for introducing me to Dr. Sahani and getting me here. I'm sure Dr. Subra can work with Dr. Sahani and the Sumona team, and Subra, together we can see how best we can collaborate with Sumona and Rotary so that we can take this thing forward. Dr. Sahani, there is an old saying that it is not always granted to the sower to live to receive the harvest. Good work is always done in good faith. I think you have done good work in good faith, and I'm sure that this is going to be rewarded aptly when this app has a wide distribution and a wide presence. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you so much for your kind words, sir. They truly, truly mean a lot. And for our next guest, we have the celebrated actor and producer Chitrangda Singh, a well known and respected name in the Indian cinema. Her presence here today means a great deal to us. What makes this even more special is that Miss Chitrangda is at the airport right now, about to catch a flight, and she still took the time to be here with us. Miss Chitrangda, please, we would love to hear from you.
Thank you. Well, I just wanted to say that, I mean, this was something which is, I think, everybody's problem. It's not just even those selected people. We can't even say this is mental health is an issue that only few people or just, the ones who are looking for a psychologist I think everybody sitting at home today is going through mental problems of some kind, of some version, some degree. So I think this is probably the need of the hour. I mean, there couldn't be a more appropriate time than this to launch something like this, I feel. Also, I think in India, and I don't know about the other countries, but at least in India, there is a lot of shame that is attached to uh, looking for help, when you need some kind of assistance, just somebody to speak to, just some kind of guidance. So yeah, I suppose this is a very important, not just a great idea, but it's a very important idea. And I'm so glad I've known Dr. Sani, of course, for many, many years. I have some very fond memories of visiting him with my brother and my husband at that time. So he's been a huge help for sportsmen and their psychology. But I think this is fantastic. I just want to congratulate, and that's one of the reasons why I've really wanted to be here, even though I was running around to find a quiet place. But yeah, I think all the very best, Dr. Sani, and I think you're absolutely the right person to be doing this.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Miss Chitrangda. I hope you have a safe flight.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Joining us now is the esteemed Vice Chancellor of what is widely regarded as one of the finest law schools in the country, National Law University, Delhi, and President of the Society of Victimology, India, Professor G.S. Bajpai. Sir, please, we have about 90 seconds.
Very good evening to everybody present here, and thank you, Purnima, and my special greetings to my very dear friend, Dr. Sanjeev Sahni, and huge congratulations to the makers of Sumona. And I know if anything which is undertaken by Dr. Sahni, it is bound to produce great results. And it is in this context, I would say the mental health is no longer a very peripheral concern. You have adequately shown that it's a global issue, becoming very crucial and detrimental to the levels of happiness that we are entitled to enjoy. And we are finding that the enough solutions are not in sight, and therefore, any such beginning which can provide some ready solutions to the people in their hand would be a great beginning. And I'm very happy that you have brought Sumona today to help the civilization, to help the community, because we understand that anxiety often hides behind performance, behind thinking, behind our function, and it hampers the growth, it hampers the development. It is a huge impact, and I would like to point out that people think that it is merely an individual crisis. I would say it is a societal crisis which is disturbing the entire growth, peace, development, and happiness in the society. Therefore, it's a much bigger cause what it seems. And therefore, Sumona is not just an application. It is a structured, evidence-based approach to understanding the mind and body together. It brings psychophysiological assessment into a format that is accessible, measurable, and meaningful. And it does three things, if I can quickly say. It enables awareness so that you understand what is happening to you. It allows individual to see their mental state with a lot of clarity. Secondly, it brings a lot of credibility, the manner in which you are doing it. In a space crowded with advice and quick fixes, Sumona relies on evidence. And therefore, I feel that it aligns assessment with scientific tools, not guesswork. And third, it focuses on performance as well as well-being. So it is important that mental health is not only about illness, it is about functioning at your best, sustaining focus, and building resilience over a time. For any institution and individual, this is a great contribution. If we are serious about excellence, we must be serious about well-being. A student cannot learn effectively under constant stress. A professional cannot perform optimally under silent burnout. So mental well-being is not separate from productivity. It defines it. Sumona offers a way forward. It allows institutions to move from reactive support to proactive engagement, from occasional intervention to continuous understanding. But tools alone are not enough. We must also change our approach. We must make it acceptable to seek help. We must normalize conversations around mental health, and we must treat well-being not as a side program but as a core institutional value. Let this launch be seen as a not merely a formal event, but as a commitment to listen better, a commitment to respond earlier, a commitment to build environments where individuals do not just cope but thrive. If even a few individuals feel seen, supported, strengthened through this initiative, it will have served its purpose. Thank you and happy Ramnami to all of you.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words truly, truly mean a lot. We are so glad that you're a part of this initiative. Now, I would like to introduce the renowned senior consultant psychiatrist at Moolchand Hospital, Dr. Jitendra Nagpal. He has spent decades leading WHO supported programs for early mental health detection. Dr. Nagpal, please, we have about 90 seconds.
Thank you, Purnima, and hearty congratulations, Professor Sani Saab. What a wonderful moment, and indeed a galaxy of people being here. I think that epitomizes the wonderful need, the timely need for such an app. I can only say that today we are proud to be in India, and India is leading the overall bastion of well-being in the whole world today. A world that is fraught with immense amount of globalization and liberalization, along with the geopolitical crisis that is going on. Mental health is on the agenda of our country, on the top agenda of our country, in the top agenda of education. Today we have 400 students, 400 million students walking into the portal of Indian education, and we do not have professionals in our country. So Sumona app is a timely, high magnitude, upscaled phenomena, I would say, to take on the lead for creating awareness, responsibility, and empowerment of citizens, not just people who suffer. We know that 1 out of 8 Indians need a professional help. We need about 20 crores of people to be taken care in hospitals and clinics. But the purpose is not that. The purpose is to demystify, decentralize, and move away from the stigma, the ostracism, the condemnation, and also not to forget the care at an early stage. Who are the gatekeepers of mental health? Who are the first aiders of mental health? We, the people, every citizen. So I think Sumona app is fantastic to take on to the common man. And Professor Sani, with your vast experience and your immense amount of, I would say, erudite learnings in the field, we are all prepared to be with you. And congratulations once again. We all would say that India needs Sumona app. It's not only about all of us here. I think the country needs it because we need to reach out to everybody across the nation who can be connected for their appraisal. Lastly, I'll say that today WHO has redefined the definition of mental health only 3 years back. Mental health is not about absence of symptoms and diseases. It's a lot to do about helping every citizen to realize their best potential, A. B. Helping each individual to contribute productively and effectively to the society. C. Most importantly, help every individual in the nation to deal with the challenges of everyday life. So it's about life. It's not about symptoms or diseases and disorders. So let's promote Sumona app with the idea of helping a happy, healthy, and a harmonious life for each citizen. Congratulations, Sani Sahab. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nagpal. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. Now, to a voice that the entirety of Delhi has grown up with, he's widely dubbed the golden voice of Delhi, RJ Khurafati Nitin. He has spent over 25 years not just entertaining millions, but using his platform for a genuine social impact. And I must say, Khurafati is not his given name, the name that he has truly earned, because Khurafati means mischievous, and anyone who knows Nitin knows exactly why it fits. Nitin, we're so happy to have you here. Please.
Thank you, Purnima, and congratulations to the Sanis for launching this app. The negative part about being uh, you know part of this discussion and being lower down in the order is कि आपके पहले इतने बड़े दिग्गज बोल चुके होते हैं that there's not much to say. Like डॉक्टर जितेंद्र नागपाल ये मेरे शो पे इतनी बारी फीचर कर चुके हैं और इनके सामने मेंटल हेल्थ के बारे में बात करना तो मुझे लगता है थोड़ी देर बाद फोन आ जाएगा इनका कहने के लिए कि क्या बोल रहा था तू सब गलत बोल रहा था बट थैंक यू डॉक्टर साहब फॉर ऑल द टाइम दैट यू गिवन टू आवर ऑडियंस यू नो
Thank you.
I'm not an expert on the matter, but I will just tell you why I'm here because we get a lot of calls from listeners every day. And there are so many times that people call us, because radio becomes their lone friend. And that is something to worry about because we are living in times when people who are on social media think that they have 1.2 million friends on their social media accounts, whereas they forget that those people are not really friends. They are there on your social media profile, and if you ever want someone to listen to you, they will never lend that ear to you. So I think that the point that I want to touch upon is, and I speak about this on my show many a times, is that uh, although there were a lot of figures given out today, I believe that everyone suffers with mental issues, right? It might be at some point in life, maybe not now, maybe you've gone through it before, or you'll go through it a little later in life. But everyone has anxiety issues. आप depression में चले जाते हैं. There'll be times when you can't stop overthinking. There'll be small matters. If you're a married man or married woman, there'll be small things that are happening in the house and you're overthinking it. If your appraisals are around the corner, you will keep overthinking it. You will spoil your entire performance just because you're thinking that 2 महीने आगे जो है मेरा appraisal होने वाला है. That overthinking is also a mental issue, and I think that all of us need help. But the one thing that I want to touch upon is that many a times, in fact, most of the times, people who go through mental issues don't realize it themselves, and that is where we come in. If you are that person in your family, in your peer group, in your office, who's always there for people to talk to, if you keep that channel of communication open with people around you, then even if they're going through mental issues, they will always have someone to talk to. I think 90% of mental issues will become meager, will become less if people have people to talk to. I think that's one thing that we don't have today. There are no people to talk to. Most people are so engrossed in their own lives, इतना तनावग्रस्त जिंदगी जी रहे हैं हम लोग कि हमारे पास एक दूसरे के लिए वक्त ही नहीं रहा. और अगर हम वो वक्त निकालना शुरू कर दें, एक दूसरे के साथ टाइम बिताना शुरू कर दें, तो मेंटल हेल्थ इश्यूज कहीं मुझे लगता है कि कुछ हद तक जो है कम हो जाएंगे. हाँ, ज़्यादा अगर बढ़ गया है तो आई वुड ऑलवेज से दैट शुड सीक हेल्प, एंड दैट इज ऑल्सो अ प्लेस दैट आई थिंक दैट मीडिया स्टेप्स इन बिकॉज ये मेंटल हेल्थ के इश्यूज भी, इफ यू रिमेंबर, around 8-10 years ago they were a big taboo to talk about. But in the recent past, there are a lot of celebrities who owned up to it, that they've been tackling these issues, and that is why this entire dialogue started. So I think, as media is always called a pillar of democracy, that is what we are also trying to do on radio. We're trying to be that pillar. So I always keep my channels open, and anyone who's watching this video, I want to tell them that if you ever need a friend to talk to, I am there. Mental health issues are real, and all of us go through it. Just remember that you matter, your story matters, and whatever phase you're going through, this too shall pass. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nitin. Your energy is exactly what we needed for today. Truly very grateful that you took out your time to be here. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to introduce the world champion and accomplished international shooter Zorawar Singh Sandhu, who has brought India some truly incredible medals on the global stage, and we are so glad to have you here. Please, Mr. Zorawar.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Sani, for having me, and Simona as well. Uh, I am a sports person, and I understand pressure. In any field where you have to perform, you need two things at the same time: you need mental well being and physical well being. Now, the mental well being can only be attained if you have addressed the physical part of it first. Now, having said that, it's very difficult to understand that what the mind goes through. Body needs to be addressed first, and then the mind comes into play. Now, I believe that in sport, mental health plays a big role. There's no doubt, and I'm glad to know that there is Sumona app is started now, which is going to help sports people and entrepreneurs all over the world and India, and really looking forward to see how Sumona app progresses from here. And my best wishes to everybody. And thank you, Dr. Saab. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Mr. Zorawar. Now, I would like to introduce the eminent senior medical consultant at Apollo Hospital and noted philanthropist, past Director General Rotary International, Dr. Narsimhan Subramanian. Sir, we are so glad you're here. Please, the floor is yours.
Punima, thank you so much. Dr. Sani and Sumona, congratulations. I think it's a truly a visionary initiative. We all understood the magnitude of the problem, the variety of the problems, the associated challenges due to the stigma, due to the lack of availability of the services. I think this one app will really address the stigma component very well, number one. Number two would certainly address the aspect about the limited availability of the services. So I think it's truly going to be a path breaker. I feel so honored to be a part of this gathering this evening because when I look at myself and when I look at different dimensions of my own, as a doctor, I know that one of the most important things in treating any condition, the first step would be awareness, and we are really going to do well on the awareness. And secondly, if we can prevent illness, that is the best and the most cost effective way of dealing with anything. As a Rotarian, I know that the strength of partnerships is very, very high, and our ability to scale up the work that which we are doing, as Trustee Bharat had said earlier, that this is something which can really scale up when we all come together. Thirdly, as a member of the civic society, as Dr. Vajpayee had said, this is not an individual problem. It's a problem which impacts the entire society. So I think you and I, as members of the society, will truly need to get involved with a lot of commitment, with a lot of continued consistency. And that way, I'm sure we will prevent many of these youngsters who are coping with various challenges to grow up into more productive individuals with greater level of confidence and certainly shine brighter. So I genuinely feel that I thoroughly enjoy being a part of this. And at a personal level and on behalf of the Rotary, we'll certainly do everything that we can to promote this app and to make sure that more people get involved and make sure that we make this a great success. But thank you for making me a part of this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Subramania. It means so much to have someone of your stature and generosity with us today. I would like to introduce someone with one of the most inspiring journeys I have come across. She began her career as a high school mathematics teacher and went on to become the associate provost at Harvard University. Professor Rajni Goel, we would love to hear from you.
Oh, thank you so much for those kind words. Um, this is near and dear to my heart. I'm having family members with mental health challenges. So we know the world is facing an unprecedented mental health crisis. Yet access to quality physiological assessment remains both unequal and very heavily stigmatized. Dr. Sahani's vision for Sumana represents a bold and much needed move to bridge this gap. Sumana stands out from all the other wellness apps because it is rooted in this psychophysiological science and clinical psychology. It adopts this holistic approach by recognizing that the body mind intellect complex, viewing mental, emotional, and the physical health as part of an interconnected system. And that is so unique, that has not really been seen in other apps. With decades of his experience in research and education, I must call out how Dr. Sahani has recognized that the convergence of technology and mental health is among today's most significant opportunities, and the launch of Sumona embodies this convergence. by offering this structured, credible, and evidence-based tool. This it's a tool that's right at people's fingertips, on their phones, accessible anywhere and anytime. Sumana makes mental health support more reachable than ever, and we thank you. Congratulations, Dr. Sahani and the entire Sumana team. Your dedication is not only admirable, but your vision is truly inspiring to us all. I wish you all the best for the future, and I thank you for including me as a part of this launch. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Goel. Your words are always inspiring. And now, unfortunately, two world renowned stalwarts of academic excellence could not be with us in person today, but made sure they were in spirit. All the way from Canada, Professor Ian Holloway, Dean of Faculty of Law at the University of Calgary, has sent us a short video message. So please, let's watch.
Everybody, my name is Ian Holloway, and I'm delighted to be speaking to you today from Canada. I'm thrilled to be involved in the launch of Sumona, one of the most important and exciting ventures in mental health and mental wellness we've seen in a long, long time. It's a funny thing when you think about it. The very technology that I'm using to connect with you right now is at the same time drawing us to be further and further apart from one another, and increasing feelings of loneliness and despair in many segments of society. And that's why Sumona is so important. It's giving us the ability to draw connections between our physical health, our mental health, and our spiritual health. And so I want to wish all of you involved in Sumona the very best, and to say to my dear friends, Sanjeev and Monica Sani, that I couldn't be happier for you. Thanks for inviting me to take part, and best of luck. Bye.
Next, we have all the way from California, Professor Austin Parrish, Dean of the School of Law at the University of California. Even he could not be here, so we got a short message, so let's play it.
Congratulations to Dr. Sani and to the entire Sumona Institute team. Mental health is the defining public health challenge of our generation. To develop an app that provides mental health support to individuals at their fingertips is truly meaningful. Congratulations on this groundbreaking achievement. I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but know that your friends here in the United States are wishing you well. So again, congratulations, Dr. Sani and the entire Sumona Institute team.
A big thank you to both Professor Holloway and Professor Parrish. We are truly grateful that they took out the time to be a part of today. Now, finally, I would like to request Ms. Reva Kalra, the strongest pillar of Sumona, to give her closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Purnima. Greetings to everyone. Before we close, I want to take a moment because this truly cannot go unsaid. Sumona is built by a team that chose to believe in something and stayed with it through 8 months of consistent hard work and persistence. Every single person who gave their time, their trust, their efforts to this project deserves to be standing here today. To all our guests, thank you for your time and for being part of this important conversation. The world needs more of it. And I sincerely hope that the work we have put in shows up in the lives of the people who use Sumona. Now, I would like to thank Team Debound, the technical team. This would not have been possible without your expertise and your effort. My heartfelt thanks to Nakib Productions, our media partner, for taking care of everything on the media front and for bringing the entire vision to life so beautifully. Thank you to eCorp for all the technical support, development of our website, and everything you brought to the table. And to our 51 institutional partners who believed in Sumona and stood behind us, who came forward in such a short time. Your faith means more than we can say. And finally, to Team Sumona, our team of young psychologists who built the foundation of this app. I do not have enough words, but thank you truly. You all know what this took, and to everyone who supported us even before this had a name. You know who you are. We are deeply grateful, and I would now like to invite Dr. Sahani to share his closing words. Yeah.
I always would love to have a last word. That's what my wife always say that. Um, you know, who motivates me, who encourages me, who inspired me. I just want to let you know it is my family, my wife, my kids, Pooja and Vedu. They both every time are supporting me. I not only I could do it, this entire Somona team, I generally request them to do certain things, and all of them as a family, we could, produced a wonderful thing which will help millions. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, Vidar, to be with me most of the time. Thank you. This is our Google Play Store and an App Store. If you want to take a picture of it, you can, go through the mental health app. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.